Hi all, welcome to the video series on SAP API Management. I'm Sandesh Kurmala, I'm an SAP consultant at Amista. Have you ever wondered how an enterprise can make their APIs consumable, secure and scalable at the same time? Today I'm going to address this topic by taking a deep dive into SAP API Management. This video series on SAP API Management will have two episodes. Let us have a look at the agenda on the first episode. In the first episode, I'm going to talk about what is an API in general. Today, we hear this word API a lot everywhere, but still there's a mystery around what exactly API means. So, I will try to demystify what API actually is. And then I'm going to speak about what is an SAP API management and why an enterprise would need SAP API management. And lastly, I'm going to discuss about the features and functions that SAP offers as part of API management. First things first, what is an API? As per Wikipedia, API is a computing interface that defines interactions between multiple software intermediaries. In Wikipedia, you see a long text about the definition about API, but you must be wondering why would I look at your video if I'm just reading the text out of Wikipedia, right? So I'm not going to explain it through this way. So I will take an analogy and I will try to explain what an API is. Amista is a company which is based out of Belgium, and people of Belgium are very proud of their beers. And so I'm going to explain this analogy by taking an example of a cafe. Okay, so there is a cafe which serves beers, it serves wines, it serves non-alcoholic beverages. Though it looks very simple, there's a lot of complication here. Because the question is how the person who runs this cafe would source all the ingredients that he requires to serve his drinks, and how is he going to make sure that his drinks are served at the right table at the right time to the right customers. So though it looks very simple, there is little bit complication in the cafe. So now imagine there's a group of friends who come to this cafe to have a drink. So, what is the very obvious first thing that we do at a cafe or at a restaurant? We look at the menu and then we are going to decide what is the drink we would like to order, right? So, uh, these customers are going to look at the menu, they are going to decide on what drink they would like to order, and then they would inform the waiter that I would like to have so and so drink. And the waiter takes this information to the person who is behind the bar, and he would take the order, and the person basically prepares the drinks and then delivers it to the waiter. And waiter finally delivers it to the customers at the table. So this is a very typical scenario that happens in any restaurant or in any cafe. Now let us switch these actors in this analogy to our real-time scenario in our software engineering. So here the cafe is basically a backend system. It can be an SAP backend system or a non-SAP backend system. And similarly, the waiter here acts as an API, and the customers are the users who are using the application, right? So what happens in an API scenario is basically the users who are using this application, they would look at the API documentation, right? For example, if you take SOAP Web Service, it is a WSDL document, it's a WSDL document. They would look at this document and see what all APIs are being offered by this backend system, and then they are going to call this particular API to get some data from the backend. So what the API does is it takes this request from the application and goes to the backend system, and backend system prepares the response based on the information that the application is asking for and delivers the response to the API. And API delivers this response finally to the user who has requested for, right? So now let us imagine this cafe is a very, very special cafe. So this cafe also takes uh, requests from the customers. So imagine the customers gives raw ingredients, the cafe prepares the drinks or prepares the food according to the raw ingredients that the customers have provided. Similarly, an API also does the same. So API can also take some information from the application, that's the input payload information from the application, and delivers it to the backend. The backend will prepare the response according to the information that is provided by the application and generates a response, and the response is ultimately delivered back to the users by the API. One thing we underestimate is we have APIs everywhere in our daily life. The only thing is we may never observe it, but we always use APIs in our daily activities. Let us take an example of an Uber application. So everyone must have used Uber applications on their mobile phones at least once, right? So if you have if you have a look at Uber application, you would see a Google Maps application integrated inside Uber application. In the second example, you have a Microsoft Teams application which is integrated with a third-party tool like a Trello. It's a Trello dashboard which is integrated inside Microsoft Teams. And in the third example, you can see there's a payment gateway which is integrated with a e-commerce shopping website. For example, you go onto a Amazon website, you do the shopping, and at the final stage, you would make payment through this payment gateway. So, what is that common factor that is existing across all the three examples is APIs. In this case, API does the communication between Uber application and Google Maps application. Likewise, API does the talking between Microsoft Teams and Trello dashboard. Similarly, here in this scenario, API communicates between e-commerce website and a payment gateway system. So after having an idea about what API is in general, let us have a look at what is SAP API management and why an enterprise would need an SAP API management tool. Okay, so to understand why we would need a API management tool, first let us address the how first. So if an enterprise can address these questions, they would definitely know the answer why would they need an API management tool. So the very first question is how to manage the consumption of APIs across the enterprise. So imagine you are an enterprise, you may be a small medium enterprise or you may be a very huge enterprise. You are you're developing a lot of APIs every day. I mean, at the end of every sprint, there are a lot of APIs being developed by your IT team. So, how would you manage such massive influx of APIs that are being created on a daily basis? That is one question. And the second question is, how are you going to provide a self-service portal to internal and external developers? So, in your organization, you can have your internal developers, you can have your business partners who also develop some applications. So, is there a one stop where they can go and look at a catalog of all the APIs that are available in your enterprise? So, how would you provide such kind of a functionality? And the next question is, how are you going to secure your APIs and backend? Okay, you have a lot of APIs, well and good, but how are you going to make sure that no hacker can interpret your data that your APIs are communicating? And how are you going to secure your backend systems from any external attacks or from any abusing of the hackers? And the next question is, how are you going to provide controlled access to your APIs? So imagine there is an API in your enterprise which is accessed by multiple partners, but you would like to provide some controlled access to it. That means one single partner can just send data to your API and another partner can also read data from your API. So how can you provide this controlled access? And the next question is, how do I know who is using my APIs and how many times are they using it? This is a very common question we get from our customers. Basically, the business of our customers, they have this question. Okay, we are investing this much of money into this API management program, but how can I make sure that these APIs are being used and how many times are they being used and who is using these APIs? And the next question is, how much should I charge for accessing my APIs? So imagine your enterprise runs on a business model where you develop APIs and your external business partners access these APIs, but you would like to charge them for accessing your APIs. So you can monetize your APIs. So in summary, if you can ask these questions yourself, how you can address these questions in your enterprise, the answer is simple. You would need an API management tool. Now let us discuss about a typical use case where SAP API management is used. So if let's start from here. So you have a backend system. It can be an SAP ERP system or a non-SAP ERP system. Maybe you have a cloud solution like a SuccessFactors or it can be any cloud solution that you have. And then you have your business partners and also your customers. If it is a B2C scenario, you have a customers. If it is a B2B scenario, you have your external business partners. And so these partners and customers would like to interact with your backend systems. They would like to send data, they would like to read data. So what we would typically do is we would put SAP API management in between uh, the external parties and your backend system, so that API management would basically mediate your APIs. It will make sure your APIs are secured and delivered to partners and customers. So now let us drill down into the features and functions that SAP offers as part of API management. SAP API management also offloads that amount of work that you do at IT level by the following features. Security, where you can also add an extra layer of authentication by using API keys, and then you can also apply threat protection policies to sanitize your input data, and then you can apply traffic management policies so that you can manage how much traffic you are hitting the backend systems. You can use spike control policy to make sure that your backend system is not abused by any external attacks. And there's another caching feature which is mostly underrated in SAP API management, because what you can actually do is if there is a complicated calculation that happens in your backend system each and every time, what you can do is you can take the result of this calculation and cache it to the cloud, and you can basically get this result from the cloud without hitting the backend system every time. And then you have this transformation capabilities where you can make sure you can transform a SOAP based protocol into a REST based protocol, and also vice versa. And you can use data cleansing policies where you can make sure that stale data is not delivered to your API consumers. And then you have analytics, which I already spoke before, where the business is always interested in knowing how many times your APIs are being consumed and who is consuming your APIs. And likewise, you can also monetize your APIs based on the number of times your APIs are being used. And the next thing I would also like to explain you is what are the different technical components and the personas that SAP API management delivers. So the first thing is API gateway. API gateway is like a technical component. It exposes the API proxies that you develop as part of your API management tool. And these API proxies are basically consumed by your external applications. And then you have a developer portal. This developer portal is a persona which is used by the application developers, who are basically the developers of your applications, your external applications. So these application developers can be programming in any programming language, and they would like to know what are the APIs available in your enterprise. So they would go to the developer portal and they look at the catalog and see what are the APIs available, and they can test it and they can use it. And then you have API portal, which is used by the API admins and the API owners to basically manage all the APIs that are available as part of your program. So they can basically see the analytics, they can monetize based on that. And then you have API designer, which is used by the API developers themselves. So they can design the APIs, they can implement the APIs, and they can document the APIs. Documentation is one of the key parts here, because everybody hates documentation, and also everybody hates if a certain product is not well documented, correct? So API Designer helps you in documenting your APIs very well. And then uh, you can see this architecture over here. On the right side, you have your cloud services, you have your backend databases, you have your backend ERP systems, or backend any other non-SAP databases. So you can use SAP API management to communicate with these backend systems using these protocols. It can be a REST, OData, SOAP, and also it can be a microservice that is coming from your backend system. So I hope you got a clear picture about what is an API and how your enterprise can use SAP API management. And in the next episode, in the second episode, I'm going to do a little demo where I will also show how you can actually create a simple API proxy, how can you apply some security policies on that API proxy, and how you can test this API proxy. So you can reach out to us on my email ID, or you can send us a message on our website. If you have any questions, please feel free to do so. See you in the second episode. Thank you so much.